All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start recording. I feel like it's been a week or so. It's been a week. We've been on. Well, you guys probably got on last week with Christina, and I thought we were gonna do a different call about finding new people to help. I think we're gonna do that next week, and I think that's a very big one that we all struggle with. So I'm gonna probably do that one next week. But this week we're doing kind of a three-way. But first, before we get into the call, obviously we know that challenge pack for this month, Insanity, max 30, freaking $140. That's crazy. I don't know why they decided to do that, but typically I think it's 180 or usually 205. 205? I don't know. But the fact that it's 140, I mean, that's basically Shakeology and Insanity Max for $10, which is crazy. So size, obviously, and then the 3-day refresh for any of those two. And then, obviously, 22-minute hardcore is always 140. Anyway, we've got a lot of things going on. And you may have seen I posted today about making this month all about Emerald. I saw another coach in another group post that her team is they're kind of collaborating together and trying to help the entire team reach Emerald rank, because we know that at coach level is amazing. There's nothing wrong with being a coach. There's nothing wrong with staying coach level. But when you do hit Emerald, it does open up a whole new side of things for your business. So we're going to try this month to kind of just work with each other and give different tips and ideas. And, those who are Emerald and above are going to, hopefully help with posting a quick video. And maybe there's something in there that's going to, benefit you if you're not already at Emerald rank. But anyway, there's no pressure whatsoever, to do this. It's just something to help people who do want that. So hopefully that's going to help. Hey, hon. He just stuck his head in here. Okay. I was trying to hide again. Ursula, I told Ursula, she said she was in a place that wasn't crazy. And I'm like, yeah, every Tuesday night I hide in the corner in the spare bedroom where it's like dark. And he found me anyway. But anyway, what else is there that's going on? I'm sure I'm missing something. I'm still trying to wrap my brain around coming back from vacation and this new training that some of us are doing with our like pages, with Facebook Live. If you're not utilizing it, it's incredible what Facebook will do for you if you decide to start doing it. People are going to see you a lot more often if you do Facebook Live. Facebook rewards you for using their, Facebook. And I posted today margarita recipe on my like page, and a skinny margarita, and it's gotten a lot of reaches already in the past 2 hours. It's crazy. So I know it's nerve-wracking to put yourself out there. I mean, anytime you put a video out there or even do a call like this, it's nerve-wracking. You're going to sweat. You're going to be out of your comfort zone, but I promise the more you do it, the more you will reach people and the better you'll get comfortable with it. All right, so we didn't talk about who was going first. Y'all want me to go first, or one of you want to go first?
It's okay. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter to me.
Okay, so let's just kind of get into the meat of the call. So we all have struggles with time. Either you're a full-time worker, in a corporate job, you're a full-time, parent that, you don't have a whole lot of time to work this business, or you have some of the other obligations that keep you from doing what you want to do to build a successful business. That's life. You didn't wake up one day or wake up when you were 5 years old and say, I want to be an entrepreneur and be a Beachbody coach, and I'm going to have all the time in the world to build this. No, we all started the same sort of way. I'll break the ice really quick since I'm rambling already. I may as well keep rambling for the next few minutes, and then I'll let you guys take off. But when I first started as a coach, I worked a super high-stress full-time corporate job, and it took me a while to get in a groove of managing my time. But once I did, it became, and I'm going to be honest, I utilized my time a lot better then than I do now because I had to. I didn't have a choice. You know, now I can kind of do whatever, but before it was like I had to do in these chunks of time or I didn't get things done. So this was kind of my schedule. In the mornings, I would post something motivational on my social media. I usually would plan it the night before or on the Sunday for the week. So I had something planned when I woke up, so I wasn't like scrambling to figure out something to do before work. Because I'm not a morning person, so if I didn't have that extra few minutes to like sit there and think about what I was going to post. So in the morning, I would post something motivational. And on the way to work, I always did personal development. Once I learned about it, again, it took me probably 4 or 5 months before I started doing personal development as a coach. So once I learned about it, I cut the radio off on the way to work. There's nothing but mindless chatter on there. Anyway, typically in the mornings on the way to work, that's when I would do my personal development on audio. And if for some reason I missed a team call, which I typically didn't, that was like the core of building for me, was learning on team calls. But the personal development was always key for my commute. I usually had my Shakeology at work. Why? Because people saw me make it. I took my morning break. If you get a break, hopefully you get a break. Or if you don't, maybe you already have it made when you're going into work. People are always going to ask you, what is that? They're going to see you drinking it every single day. So that was kind of my thing. I didn't necessarily drink it in the morning, but I drank it at my desk, so people were always seeing it. So that was kind of kind of a marketing thing there. During lunch, if you do get a lunch hour, I know some of you don't, but if you do, that's when I would sit in my car and do my invitations. I would connect with people. That's when I would send a lot of messages and just connect with people and say, how are you doing? That's when I would do my follow-ups. There was a lot of interaction during my lunch break on, social media. And after work, come home, get my workout done, post, and then I would have a time frame where I would spend time with Paul and we'd have dinner, maybe watch a show, and then I would get back on to work for however amount of time that I had or wanted to work. So there was a lot of splitting up time, chunks of time, but it was deliberate and it was intentional and it was purposeful. It wasn't, I'll get it done if I get it done. No, it was, okay, this is when I have to do it. If I don't do it then, it's not going to get done because I didn't have the time. I didn't have, the freedom to just do whenever. So, again, and I would post have a lot of my posts planned prior. So like on Sunday night or Sunday, I would take a little bit of time and do my Hootsuite or whatever, what's the word I'm looking for? Planner for your social media. I would pre-plan my post and my groups prior, and I still do that sometimes, so that I didn't have to worry about, what am I going to say in my groups? It's already pre-planned for the week. That's one thing I don't have to worry about. Of course, you still check in with them, but that's one thing that certainly helps is having some sort of pre-planner for your groups. And honestly and truly, that is, again, and it took me forever to learn how to invite to the opportunity and stuff like that. And that comes with time and practice and all that. But just doing these small things every single day, and it was every single day, and it still is every single, but it was always intentional, and it was always in blocks of like 15 minutes. And if I did have time at night, I may do an hour or whatever. But that's me. I know my life is different than everyone else's. Everyone has a different life. They have a different family. They have different whatever. So I'm gonna let Ursula go. Let me go ahead and okay. You guys know Ursula. She has a presence that she does not give herself credit for on Facebook. I know you guys know that. Her presence, and I'm not trying to like make you blush or anything, but your presence is very you feel like they don't, but they do. People notice you. Your posts are like awesome. So anyway, you have a very, very great presence on Facebook. So, and she also, has children, she has a family, she has a full-time job, and she has made, this work. So I want you to go and take it away. Okay. Say whatever you want. All right.
You all hear me, right? Because
yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Well, first of all, yes, I work full-time and I'm a mom of 3. So as you can imagine, my life is pretty hectic sometimes. And yes, I don't plan. Okay. So I don't want to lie and say that I have a planner, and, it just flows naturally. But what I really do is, I'm always on Pinterest, on Google, looking for images or motivational things. And I save everything on my phone, okay, ahead of time, random. And then I wake up early in the morning, because regardless, I have to get the kids ready for school. So what I do is I try to get my workouts in the morning before I have to get them ready. Um, and that's really early in the morning. So what I do usually is, I always try to post something fitness oriented. Um, I take my selfie or whatever, and I do that on my way to work. And then one thing that I did that I think it was a huge mistake was that I added my boss to Facebook. And that was the stupidest thing that I could ever do, because it's complicated. Before it was like I was free and I would post anytime. But now that she's on Facebook, I have to watch because I don't want her to tell me anything. So I don't have a schedule, but like you, Natalie, it's like I have it, because I have to post either early in the morning before going to work, at lunch, something really quick, and then I'm more free when I get home. But my schedule is very limited, because when I get home, I have to get the kids, mom life. But it's not impossible. I guess the goal is to, if you can plan, that's great. If not, just be natural. And I always try to keep like a balance. Like if I do too much fitness, I try to post something more motivational, and trying to keep a balance. But it's hard. I'm not gonna say it's easy, because some days, I'm not gonna lie, I'm super tired. But I guess just be you, be natural. And it's really helpful when you save everything on your phone. That way, you just browse over whatever you save, and bam, you post it on Facebook. But yeah, it's totally doable. It's hard, like I say, but it's totally doable. Yeah, I don't know if anyone has questions. Anyone wants to ask anything?
Anybody does, we'll unmute you. I like the just saving the Pinterest and Google like ahead of time, and that way you have something to post. If you're sitting there and staring at the screen and you don't know what to post, then you have something in hand. Okay. Well,
yes, and I try to do random, like recipes, whatever catches my eye, and then it's easier to just throw it out. And it's been working. And I also have the Photify app, which is awesome, because you can dress up your images and make it neat. And yeah, it's working out. It's working out. I still have a little hard time in my like page. And I don't know I think everybody else, finds the like page a little harder than the personal profile. But I'm still working on it. And it's really good, the like page, because you can schedule. You can schedule the post for later, and then you don't worry about it anymore. But I'm still working on it. Sometimes I post and I see nobody sees the post, like in my personal profile. It's more active. But yeah, I'm working on it.
That's one thing we're working on, that training, that the more we learn, I'll share, like bits and pieces, because it's crazy how my like page was dead because I didn't post on it anymore because it wasn't getting the activity. I'm like, I'm wasting my time. I'm not going to do this anymore. And then within the past 2 or 3 weeks from doing this new training, I think I'm up And again, I took a week off last week, so that probably hindered a lot. But I'm up a good, I don't know, maybe 100 likes from 3 weeks ago, and that's
really good. That's really good.
The training is awesome.
I try to boost some posts, you know. I just boost for $1, you know, and it's, I mean, it's not bad, $1, and it needs some action. Yeah, they found me. Yeah, I literally was hiding because
it's fun to have kiddos, and she's, you know, I'm sure she has some advice too.
Yeah, that's
true. Mommy does that.
Yeah. Well, she's always my cheerleader, because in the morning, as soon as I wake up to do my workout, she's there.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, so yeah, my life is pretty crazy, but I always tell people when they are like, you know, I mean, I work full time, 9 to 5. I get home by 6. You know, if I'm lucky, 5:45. I have 3 kids, and I try to work out every day. So if I can do it, everyone can do it. I'm sure. Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing very much.
Oh no, thank you for having me.
Of course.
Thank you, Happy.
Okay.
And then we have Miss Jennifer Hayes, which we all know as well, and she has when she messaged me before the call, she's like, okay, I've got, you know, X amount of tips ready, and I'm like, I was like, you know, if anybody can do this, you know, she's got 2 kids, a family, she works full time, she has a long commute into Atlanta, she has volunteer work, she has activities for the kids. I'm like, I don't know really honestly how the heck she does it, because she's got some superwoman blood in her, but she has some tips to share. So
I banned my kids upstairs and told them not to come down, and then my son decides to come down right when it's time for me to start talking. So
we gotta take the shower.
you did. You didn't take a shower.
Yeah.
You just put lotion on.
No.
You're not fooling anyone. All right, come on.
No.
Okay, you sit in my lap. You have to be quiet. Okay, sorry guys. This is my life, though. You know, this is how it is. Like, I have to get things in when I can get it in. Like Natalie said, I work full time, Monday through Friday. I'm in the office usually from like 8:30 to 5, but I leave my house at 7, and I don't get home until 6:30. So I've got a 3-hour commute every day, and then I have 2 kids, so you know, I know. So you know, I have all the kids stuff too. They're in activities. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. Morgan, stop pulling the cat's leg. He was torturing the cat. Sorry. But I'm busy basically. I mean, like now that I volunteer at church, we're in a small group at church. You know, it's a lot. And there are days that I'm like, kind of like Ursula said, like I'm tired and I don't want to do things. But, you know, one of the things that I said when I first started this was that I was going to commit to working this like a business. So I think that it's really important to like get your mindset right, that it's a business and not a hobby. If in fact you want it to be a business and you want to grow it like a business, you need to treat it that way. So if you're, excuse me, I'm sorry. If you're letting things go because you don't feel like doing them, that starts to become your habit, and then it's easy to fall off track. So I think my first tip is just, you know, to kind of train your mind that it's a business and treat it that way, and make sure you're getting stuff done even when you are tired and you don't feel like it, because all of us have busy lives and things get in the way. One thing that helps me, and I try to do this every day, sometimes it's mental, but I try to actually physically write down a list every day of what I need to get done. It may be, I'm sorry, Morgan, please. He's really driving me crazy. I'm sorry. Making a list every day for what you want to get done. So it could be at night before you go to bed, if it's all like fresh in your mind, like what you need to do the next day. Or sometimes for me, mostly I'll write a few things down at night, but a lot of times, like right when I'm getting ready to start is when I'll kind of just jot everything down, just do a total brain dump of what I need to get done that day. And then I can prioritize my day, and I try to tackle the stuff that I don't want to do first. And that way it's done and it's out of the way, whether it's my invites or my workout or whatever I don't feel like doing that day. I get that done first, so it's out of the way. Okay. But some of this is a repeat because some people said this, but I get up 30 minutes earlier than I need to. And that's actually one of my tips, is to get up just 30 minutes early. So in that 30 minutes, you can get your workout done, which is usually what I do, just because my day gets busy. And by the time I get home and I make dinner and I put the kids to bed, it's like 9 o'clock and I'm just wiped out by then. And usually that's the time that I sit down and dedicate to working the business. So I like to get my workouts done. I get up 30 minutes early, but if you hate working out early and you like to do yours at night, still get up 30 minutes earlier and get 30 minutes of work in before you head off to work. I think it's quiet in the morning. You can get a lot done. You can get your workouts done so you don't have this happening. Okay, sit down. And then, or get some work done. But Natalie mentioned this too. This is another one of my that I was going to talk about. Was a lot of times, like I don't have one solid hour to do a power hour during the week. I just don't have it. So doing like power 15s or power 30s, kind of like what Natalie said, like take 15 minutes from your lunch break and go sit in your car and bang stuff out. Or at night, like maybe if you do the 30 minutes in the morning and then you've got another 30 minutes at night, use that as your power hour. It doesn't all have to be in the same block, but you're still getting the same things accomplished. You just have to be focused at it. And I think I've talked about this one before. This is number 5 now. I don't know. I kind of sped through them. Is doing activities in bursts. So, if you don't have, if doing 3 invites a day is just something that you can't, like you find yourself slipping and you can't keep up with it, taking one day and maybe sitting down for an entire hour and just getting all of your invites done at once, I think helps a lot, just because then you have that constant communication coming back and you can get those conversations started. And then do another burst like mid-month, or like actually probably a couple of days later and mid-month if you want, and do all your follow-ups in one big burst. Just because I think it gets the momentum going and you get a lot done at one time. And that way you're not like every single day trying to find time to send your invites out. And then if you don't have a list made up of who you want to contact, then it takes you 30 minutes just to figure out who you want to talk to. And so I think it ends up taking more time out of your schedule sometimes if you don't have a list and you don't have time to get all stuff prepared in advance. So Natalie talked about this too, but my tip was utilizing car time. And she talked about personal development, which is awesome. I mean, you can do audiobooks. Audibly is a great app to use. I listen to podcasts a lot, and then YouTube videos as well. After my call. Actually, hold 1 second. I'll get them upstairs, and then I'll be right back.
I love the burst. We actually, Jen and I did, after we got back from GoPro in Atlanta, Nicole and Yolanda also went. Eric worries about doing burst of like, say, maybe 20 invites all at one time. So first of all, you're ripping the Band-Aid off. Sometimes it's hard to do those anyway. It's like, I don't want to do it. Ripping the Band-Aid off and doing it solid for like 20, 30 people, invite, bam. And that maybe your week's done for invitations. And then, like she said, in burst. And that way the rest of the week is just following up with the people who responded to you. Okay. But I just wanted to give that to you while.
Thank you. Sorry, guys. So utilizing car time. So like I said, podcasts, YouTube, books, Build Your Tribe's a great podcast. That's Chalene Johnson. She also has another one called The Chalene Show, which is great. It's a lot of motivation and kind of life tips. And he's back. And then Social Media Marketing Happy Hour is another. Oh my God. No, I can't go pee with you. Sorry. Social Media Marketing Happy Hour is a great one. And also, a lot of times I can't listen to the National Wake Up Call at 11 o'clock on Monday because I'm at work. So I will listen to that in the car as well. That's always something that I do. But also with using your car time, this is a time, and this is something I've started doing recently, and it's helped me so much. I'll be driving, and I have all these thoughts going through my head of like just things that are going on in my life, or whatever. And I pick up my phone, and can you guys hear me? I'm sorry. I pick up my phone and I use the talk to text, and I'll put it in my notes on my phone. Just different. Hold on, I'm gonna mute myself for a second.
This is real life, people. We're getting the real life on this call.
Yeah, if you could see where I am, I'm literally here in the closet, and the kids are also here,
Like in a tornado.
Yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do,
Oh, the irony of this call, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, bless
Bless you.
you.
I have no idea how long that's gonna last.
That's all right.
I'm at time up, but some tape over. Anyway, the talk to text on my phone has been like a huge help, because like I said, I have things going through my head, just like anything that happened that day that I can share on social media, or just things that I want to accomplish, things I want to put on my list. And sorry, I'm out of breath now because I was running downstairs. I utilize that a lot because it just helps me keep my thoughts in order, and I have them all in one place, so that when I want to go back to something, I have it. It's right there on my phone. That helps a ton. But another thing is like sacrificing. I used to be a huge TV junkie. Like I'd come home, I'd be exhausted, I'd lay on the couch and I'd watch TV, and I didn't want to do anything else. And once I got on the couch, he's back again. Come sit down and be quiet. Sit down, be quiet. Sorry, I'm not so loving with him right now because he's been driving me crazy this week. People say 3s and 2s are bad, but 4's worse. So I've been just like sacrificing that TV time at night. Like I don't think I've watched TV in 2 weeks because I'm doing this training, the same one that Natalie's doing. And I'm so engrossed with this training, and I'm learning so much that I don't even want to watch TV right now. But, even if it's 30 minutes, like record your show, work for 30 minutes, and then reward yourself by watching the show. Get done what you have to get done, even if it's just 30 minutes, and just bust it out and then lay down and relax. But it won't be weighing on your mind. You'll have a lot more relief, I think. I do anyway when I do it that way. What else? And it could be other activities too, like scrolling on Facebook. How much time I know I do it. I sit there and I'm scrolling, reading other people's stuff, and before I know it, like an hour has gone by that I could have been doing something else. So here's my daughter.
You're gonna lock out my phone.
So the next one, Natalie mentioned this, so I don't really go into that much, but it's scheduling your challenge group posts, like for the morning, and then check in later in the afternoon or at night when you're home, you have time. That has just helped me so much because, we're all running around. You get up, you got to get the kids ready, you got to get yourself ready and get out the door and hopefully get a workout in. And, there's just no time to sit down and do those in the morning. And scheduling them is fine. Nobody's going to judge you if they're pre-scheduled, as long as you're checking in later. Like most of the people don't even notice that you've scheduled them. And then the next one is just utilize your weekends. Like, I don't know, I'm a mom. I don't have much of a social life on the weekends.
Can I join his daddy's?
In a little bit, when I get done with my coffee, you can be quiet. I will put it on for you. Okay. Utilizing your weekend. So like Friday nights, a lot of times, like I'll just sit down after, because my husband goes to bed early. I'm a night person. I guess I'm up early too. I don't sleep, but that's just because like I have that fear of missing out. Like I just can't go to sleep at night, but then I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's just, I don't know. But he'll go to bed, and then I'll just stay up for like another hour or two and just get some stuff done. Like, and throughout the weekend, like take your pictures and your posts on Facebook don't have to be real time. Like you can take pictures on the weekend in different outfits, doing different things, or just like random. If you take your kids to the park, take a picture of it. You don't have to post it right then. Save it, and then actually something that I've started doing. What happened? My animal house? Is that why you're laughing? But scheduling, opening up a group. Open up a group that's just you. Come on. Open up a group that's just you in the group. And then as you start taking your pictures and writing your posts, it could be content that you've written, talk to text in your phone, and you take a picture to go along with it. Put it in that Facebook group. It's just you in it. So then all your posts are in the group, and all you have to do is copy and paste it right into social media. So you don't even have to do anything. It's not going to be scheduled, but it takes a second. Like I'll do that now, and then like I'll take a call and I'll go into because we have open office space. Like everyone sits, my boss sits right next to me. So like I literally cannot do anything on my phone or my computer while I'm at work. But I'll go into a room to get on a call, and then after my call is done, I'll quickly just pop this post in Facebook, and then I'm off, And if anyone ever asks me, I'll just be like, oh, I scheduled one of my posts. Like, they're not going to know, Like, they're not going to know that you didn't schedule that. So I'm like, whatever. I'm friends with my boss on Facebook, too. She's never said anything to me about it, but I always try to make sure if I post, it's at, in the morning, lunchtime, and then at night. But yeah, do the groups. The groups they're really awesome. It's just me. No one else can see it. But the posts are just all right there, and then just keep adding to it. I'm not missing. And it just helps me so much. Like I'll do that on the weekends, and I'll just get stuff in there, so that when you're in a rush for time, you can just grab something and go. And then just the last thing, look at my life. Life gets in the way sometimes. So there will be days that you're not going to be able to get it all done. But don't beat yourself up and give up and then say, well, forget it. Like, it's impossible. Like, my life is too busy. I can't do this. Just get up and get back at it. I mean, none of us are perfect. Obviously, I'm not mother of the year over here, screaming at my kids, get out of here. Practically beating him when I took him upstairs. Not really, but I wanted to. But, I don't know. Just have to keep at it. Just staying that whole thing with the mindset and just remember that it's a business, but still have fun with it. Don't beat yourself up if you can't get to everything. Exactly. Do your best. We're all busy. We all have stuff going on, but if you commit it and you've got it in your mind that you're going to get it done, you will get it done. And I think that's the most important thing of all of this, because any of this stuff, none of this stuff matters if you're not willing to put in the time and effort to make it happen, because it's not easy. I'm tired. There's been so many times I've been like, I don't know. I will never quit, but there have been times that I've wanted to. I'm not gonna lie. I'm tired. I just need a break. So I'm actually going to go. We're going on vacation at the end of the month. We rented a lake house, and we're using Beachbody money to pay for it, which is exciting. But I'm planning on pre-scheduling everything and unplugging completely for that whole weekend, so that I can just be present with my kids and just not worry about it. So, okay. So that's all I have. Sorry, guys, for all the distractions.
Okay, so I know everybody else agreed that group where you put all your posts, that's awesome. I mean, that's incredible information, because, we don't always think of things, or maybe you have a creative day and then you lose all the creativity, and the next week you're like, I nothing. I've got nothing to share. So that's awesome. I've been using the book you gave me, the blue and white book that you gave me for Christmas. I've been using that for my creative ideas. I'm not creative, but when I do have something, I'll write it down so that once I'm lost and don't have anything, here's my idea for the next time. So it's the same kind of idea, but I loved it already having it in your picture and your content. That's awesome. So thank you for all that. I'm actually gonna have to re-listen to this call because awesome tips. So does anybody have any questions, any comments? Anything else to add? We're all in this together, so if you have anything at all to add. I think if there's anything else. No? Really? I don't believe that.
I have something to add.
No.
Just okay, we keep talking about the social media training that we're doing, but I can't even tell you guys how freaking awesome it is. we started this, what now, like 2 weeks ago? My like page is up almost 500. Like from where I started it was like 483 followers, and I'm like over 800. It's crazy in 2 weeks. So anyway, we'll post more about it. But if you guys can do it, there is a cost for the training, but it is absolutely 100% worth every single solitary penny and more. To be honest, I'm surprised he doesn't charge more for it.
I'm surprised he doesn't either. Because most trainings you're gonna get, close to probably $1,000. I mean, this one is, yes, it's $299 or $297 or whatever it was, but everyone who's done it and who's really stuck to it and actually followed everything that he's said to do has increased their likes, their following, their engagement, their challenge pack sales, their team growth, because people are coming to them because they are drawn to their like page. I'm still going to always use my personal page. I'm not going to ever stop using my personal page, but the like page, and I'm way behind Jen. She's gone through a couple modules way more than I have, but every time I watch something, I'm like, oh my, wow, really? Like, it's incredible. I'm not trying to push you to do it, but again, I'm going to share as much as I can without doing a complete course because that would be crazy, but share as much as I can with you guys to increase your like page, because I think I've fought the like page forever. I've fought it tooth and nail, because when you don't see anything happen, and especially when you're a new coach and you're already going, okay, I don't see a lot of things going on in your business to start with, to throw the like page on top of it may be discouraging. So it may be something that you do once you become more secure with your coaching. But all that said, I think in the long run, the like page is going to be something that can completely change your business. But that's pretty much it. But all right, well, we have to get a picture because we just have to get a picture. I gotta make sure my ponytail looks halfway decent. It doesn't. All right, is everybody ready? And let's see. Does anybody want to put their face on that doesn't already have it? Going once? Going twice? All right, we'll do a couple. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, we'll do one more. 1, 2, 3. All right. Thank y'all for getting on. And again, I'm going to really try. There's a couple different things for next week. I'm either going to do, because everybody seems like when I did the poll wants to learn how to find new people. And there's one thing that I haven't gone over in a long time that I haven't been actually doing, but I know that a lot of coaches do. That may be something that something that completely changed things for you. Anyway, point being, beyond next week, it's going to be good. And anything else? If there's anything else, post in the team page or send me a private message if you prefer to do that. But thank you all for getting on. I appreciate it. And Ursula and Jen, thank you for your insight and your tips and everything. They were awesome. So bye, kiddos. Love y'all guys. Love you guys. Oh, next sneak peek, Yolanda is going to be, it's usually the 3rd week of the month. So 15th or the 16th week. All right. Y'all have a good rest of the week. Talk to you later.